we're going to learn a lot about what I think decisions are going to be made coming down the pipeline, whether it be in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even a little bit beyond, all the way up until the trade deadline too. Like what direction this Astros ball club is ultimately going to go. It's going to be interesting. Let's get to some phone calls since you guys called in early. We got Johnny on Area 45. Welcome in, Johnny. What's up, man?
Hey, yeah, it's time to get rid of, well, not get rid of, but we got to get something for Jordan. I mean, I don't think we're going to re-sign him for what he's worth. And, I would ask for at least 3 starting pitchers and a outfielder for him, I think it's time to take advantage of the fact that he still has 2.5 years on his contract and try to get a windfall for him. And hopefully to someone in the National League that's looking to compete against the Dodgers. And I think Christian Walker is doing us a favor by hitting so well this year, and maybe someone needs a first baseman and get rid of his contract.
Man.
We were trying to do last year, but he wasn't hitting. I mean, he's really doing us a favor. It's time to really part ways and him do us a favor and go somewhere else.
Johnny, did you hear the show before this offseason, me and PC talking about, best case scenario? Because we were talking all offseason about Paredes and Walker, the Astros trying to trade one, if not both of those guys. And PC had said, boy, you know what? The best case scenario for the Astros would be if Christian Walker starts the season just like white hot, hits the tar out of the ball, and then you can trade him and get some value for the guy. Because we all wanted him out of here so bad, right? And now he's doing exactly that, but I don't know if the Astros are going to be dealing him. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But to me, it should all be on the table. Walker, Paredes, Jordan's an interesting one. Maybe Jeremy Pena, too. And for that matter, Brian Abreu, if they can get him right. Josh Hader, if they can get him right. It should all be on the table if they're going to retool this thing.
No, yeah, I think talking about Paredes, we got for nothing. So it's like, I don't see why we would trade him. He's just been so serviceable, and he can play multiple positions. Walker, he's older. Keep in mind, Paredes is way younger. Walker's older. I mean, we gave him all this money, and I think he's just questionable. I'm glad he's doing well, but, I think he just opened up the door for us to trade him, which would be great. Yeah, Pena, I love Pena. If anyone ever talks about Pena, I'm like, he's our, World Series MVP. Love the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I would put that on the table. I think, we need to build our pitching. We definitely have to have pitching. These guys out here,
and
these other teams are just hitting like crazy. We have very competitive hitting teams that we play against. We need to rebuild with the pitching like we had before.
Yeah, no.
I think we got lucky the year before last, and these no-name pitchers came up and gave us a good run. But we just need. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to get 3 starting pitchers for Jordan and an outfielder. We got.
Is this how the show is going to go? Are we all going to be doom and gloom because it's May 6th? And they're not playing well.
It's options, PC.
Literally,
you got to have these conversations.
We just had a season 2 years ago where they started out 12-24. They won the division. You just saw last year the Cleveland Guardians were under 500 in September and went to the playoffs.
Baseball, it happens.
Baseball happens. We have played 1 of 6 months of baseball. 1. And just pack it up. Like this is the dumbest conversation we can be having in baseball right now.
I don't know. I think
it is the dumbest. And the idea of trading Jordan with 2.5 years to almost 3 full years on his contract, even dumber. If you look at the idea of, hey, just the Phillies a couple of years ago, they were also under 500 at the deadline, and then they went to the postseason. These ideas of, it's May 6th, blow it up. It's way too early in the baseball season to be talking about blowing things up. You know why? Because as much as the Astros get injuries, well, other teams will get injuries too. Some already have, some it's going to happen. And does it evenly even out? Not always, but it does happen. And it happens a lot. And it's not like there's a team in the AL West that's 32-7. There is no team in the AL West that's ready to just run away with the division. Okay, the homeless ass are 1 game over 500, and they're in first place. No, hold on, because this is nuts.
Stop
this idea of, hey, we've played literally played 38 games out of 162.
We're asking questions.
No, we're being silly.
No, we're asking questions.
We're being silly. Oh, you got to trade Jordan, get this, get that. And I'm not after the caller as much as this has been all over social media for like 3 or 4 days now. This like, oh, well, the Astros should trade Jordan Alvarez. And if you have
that's the vibe.
That's a stupid vibe.
That's the vibe that I think people are getting
to be.
What do you mean? What is your offense going to be? What is your team right now? And that's what people are looking at. Your team right now sucks.
Your team has got over 8 WAR on the injured list.
Yeah. And that ain't helping you. I mean, that's an excuse that's for the second straight.
That's a cause.
Okay, whatever you want to call it. You want to be glass half full, I can be glass half empty. I just think this is the vibe of fans. They are sick and tired of it. They're frustrated. And so the conversation is, do we need to start asking these questions and wondering what the Astros are going to do? Because this is not out of thin air that Joe Espada's on the hot seat, Dana Brown's on the hot seat. They're both lame ducks coming into this season. All these guys are hurt, sure. It doesn't sound like everybody's, treating that as, well, yeah, that's a cause and that's unfortunate. People's jobs are at stake right now. And if people's jobs are at stake right now, then you have to ask yourself, well, the people that are going to be doing the jobs in the future are going to be charged with drafting players and making trades. Is that going to be Dana Brown and Joe Espada, or is that going to be insert new manager Omar Lopez or de facto GM whoever?
It's the Astros. Jobs are pretty much always on the line because they have a manager, they have an owner that expects to win every year.
Now they're really on the line.
And now they have an issue of, hey, is your GM allowed to make changes? This team does need to make changes. All right? We're not saying they don't need to make changes. One of those changes is they need to buy out Lance McCullers Jr. Just straight up buy. I don't want them to DFA him and make it, disrespectful. I want there to be a mutual parting of the ways. I want it to be where they can kind of celebrate the accomplishments that he did have for the team as they agree to, kind of honor him and let him go. It is the last year of his contract. Lance can't pitch anymore, and you can't keep throwing him out there. And if you don't get him out of the rotation, then you can't get somebody else in the rotation. All right, and Jason Alexander, who got optioned back down, he's been terrible so far this year. He's been terrible in the minor leagues. They had the lightning in the bottle with him last year. They don't have it this year. You have the lightning in the bottle with Peter Lambert this year. Spencer Arrigetti's pitched really well. You're going to force Tatsuya Imai back up, even though maybe he's not quite fully ready because, well, he's a better option than X, Y, and Z. But the bottom line is you have to get guys who can at least give you 5 innings.
Yeah, but logically, that kind of stuff makes no sense. These up and down things. Like you're going to force Tatsuya Imai back up because what? You're paying him $18 million, so you need him to pitch for the major league roster to make you feel better, but you're not going to give Jason Alexander an opportunity to get right either down there or up here.
Well, he's getting a chance to get right.
No, he ain't.
Back down there.
It's back up, back down, back up, back down. Make your damn minds up. If you don't like the guy, then ship him the hell out.
That's
and get
what happens when you're not pitching well.
What do you mean? You don't get an opportunity to pitch well because you're not comfortable anywhere. It's the same way with this knucklehead Shea Whitcomb they keep playing hopscotch with. They don't know where the hell they want them. They go up and down with all these guys, and some of it's necessitated by injury because these knuckleheads keep getting hurt all the time, so you got to fill a roster spot. But I mean, holy smokes, like we've found out more people exist in this organization this year than we were talking about in the offseason. Like who the hell's Peter Lambert? Who the hell's Dustin Johnson, David Johnson, Don Jones, all these knuckleheads like that they've played?
I mean, I can tell you, but we're already over, so we got to talk about it.
We can do it. We got another 3.5 hours.